Hello, I'm now going to tell you the most important facts about crowdfunding and what social entrepreneurs need in order to lead a successful crowdfunding campaign. What is crowdfunding? To put it in a nutshell, crowdfunding is a way of financing your idea or startup via the internet with the help of other people, the crowd. They support your idea because they believe in what you are doing. Crowdfunding campaigns are following the principle of all or nothing and have a fixed time frame within the fundraising takes place. Another special thing about crowdfunding compared to simple donations is that people who support a project via crowdfunding do get something in return. There are 3 different options here which differ on what the supporter gets in return. The first option is called reward-based crowdfunding. The supporter gets a so-called reward in exchange for their financial contribution. This is usually a product or a service that is provided by the campaign starter or startup and is related to the project. The second option is called equity-based crowdfunding. In Germany, also known as crowd investing, where people are able to invest into a startup to get a share of the company's profit within the first 5 to 7 years. It's a kind of a bet that the company performs well. The third option is called lending-based crowdfunding, where people just lend their money to help the startup to launch. The supporter will get back their money after some years and, in addition, a mostly fixed yearly interest. If you start your first crowdfunding campaign, and especially as a social startup, we would recommend to start with a reward-based crowdfunding. It is the best and most simple option to start with. You gain a lot of attention and funding at the same time. Of course, crowdfunding can also be combined with other financing options, such as loans, venture capital, and government funds. A successful crowdfunding campaign will help a lot as a proof of concept if you later ask for a bank loan or venture capital. Okay, let's see how it works. Tell your story simply by putting your idea online. Therefore, use a pitch video, images, and a project description. Define a campaign deadline, your funding goal, and choose unique rewards. Launch your campaign on a platform, start talking about. And everyone who is excited about the idea and believe it's worth being realized can support it. Only if you find enough supporters and reach the amount within time, you will receive the money. Realize your project and provide your supporters with their rewards. If you do not reach your funding goal, the money will not be transferred from your supporters, and you are not obligated to provide the rewards. This means that crowdfunding offers a very low risk for your startup and the crowd if the campaign fails. And you can always go back, evaluate, and start again. Why is crowdfunding useful for social entrepreneurs? I want to point out that crowdfunding is definitely not all about the money. It gives you a whole lot of other benefits for your project or startup. Here are the 5 most valuable benefits that result from a crowdfunding campaign. First of all, there is an attention and marketing effect. Since people get involved with your idea at a very early stage and talking about it via social media. Consequently, it's a good tool for market research, since you can see clearly if people understand what you will do and are interested in your idea, product, or service. People who support your project are also your first customers. Therefore, Crowdfunding helps you to build your own network and to communicate directly with your customers. As a consequence of that, you will get valuable feedback that will help you to improve your idea, and you will meet a lot of people willing to help you beside the funding. In conclusion, crowdfunding is the best way to gain financial support for your idea or startup, and additionally comes along with a lot of other positive aspects, which will be beneficial for the development of your social business. Setting up a crowdfunding campaign means that you need to challenge with both the economic aspects of your social business and introducing it to a broader public and your future customers. In my opinion, the two must-dos if you want to build a successful social business. Let's prove it, cheap and fast, within your crowdfunding campaign. In the last years, we gained a lot of experience with crowdfunding for social businesses. And we have seen that these startups run really successful campaigns. The reason for their success is that social business always comes along with a strong and personal motivation from their founders, an important message and often game-changing aspects. People always want to be moved by a vision. And if that happens with your campaign, they will support your idea. I will give you 2 examples for successful social business campaigns on Start Next, the German crowdfunding platform I co-founded in 2010 and is now the largest German-speaking crowdfunding community. Let's go back to my samples. The first one is Chiron. It's an online university for refugees. Their vision is not just to overcome the obstacles refugees face to access higher education, but to build a better, more individual-centered university for their needs. Chiron creates hope for a better future through education. They raised €500,000 from 2,600 supporters and got matching funds from different foundations on our platform Start Next. The second really inspiring campaign is Original Unverpackt. It's a supermarket in Berlin without disposable packaging. Their goal is to redesign the shopping experience and save all the packaging waste. They reached 4,000 supporters with their idea and raised over €100,000 on Start Next. Nonetheless, with their campaign, they motivated dozens of entrepreneurs to launch the concept in other cities. You see, the campaign itself increases the impact of the Original Unverpackt concept in another way. How could these campaigns succeed? I'll give you the 5 key factors for your successful crowdfunding campaign. And along with that, you will understand how to use crowdfunding as an effective marketing, funding, and communication tool. First of all, tell your story. Crowdfunding is all about a good story. Tell them how supporters and others can benefit from your campaign, how it might make the world a better place, and what you do differently. Make it clear and simple to understand. That helps the crowd to spread the word for your campaign. Secondly, be authentic. Within a crowdfunding campaign, people give you their money. Sometimes even before you started. This only happens when people trust you. One element that is essential here is the pitch video. It is best if you introduce yourself and your idea personally. Speak to your audience directly, call for action, so that people remember you and your idea. Offer rewards that people need. Put enough thought into what you have to offer and what is most requested by your supporters. Offer different price levels so that every supporter is able to find something among the rewards. In case of Chiron, the typical reward was being a named donor. Original Unverpackt offered coupons and rebates. And remember, you're not asking for donation. You offer a product or service. Another important aspect is to calculate your budget correctly. Do not lose sight of the numbers. Calculate well what you need in order to realize your project as you promised within your project description and to produce the rewards. And do not forget shipping costs and taxes. International crowdfunding campaigns add a lot more complexity. You should carefully decide what market you're targeting first. And last but not least, communicate. Once your campaign is online, it's very important to activate your network and communicate your idea actively in order to reach the crowd. Start by talking to your friends, family, and colleagues. Also use social media, blogs, or press releases in order to attract the attention of people outside your close network. Activate the crowd to talk about and share your campaign. The most successful campaigns have a duration that lasts not more than 40 days. To sum this up, crowdfunding is the best way to gain financial support for your social business. And if you consider these key factors, you are already on a good way to your successful crowdfunding campaign. Thanks for listening.